It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. New York begins the game with the basketball. Jay, last few drafts, the Knicks have gone younger. What do you like about Kevin Knox and his raw potential?
His upside. He just turned 19 on August 11th of this past summer, and what he did in Summer League blew my mind. Was first-team All-NBA Summer League, averaged 24 points, shooting 47% from the field. This kid has every chance to be a star.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. To Cantor. Almost unlucky bounce. New York Knicks basketball. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. On the shot clock. Fires the three. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. To Kemba Walker. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. Slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Walker with the basketball. Down 2. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. Boston with the basketball. To Cantor. Oh, big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Kevin Knox. Shot clock winding down. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Can't connect from in close. It's Boston with the rebound. Brown with it up top. Leads a bucket. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. New York with 4 to shoot. Short jumper stays out. Into the front court, it's Walker. 2-point advantage. Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Walker into the front court. Lead is 2. To Jaylen Brown. Has a chance. Shot by Tatum won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Nothing going here on that drive. And a putback slam.
I don't know if it was so much the bounce or the vertical. I think it was more so the reach. That's what happens when you have a 7+ wingspan.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen. Good look that time, but off the mark.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Celtics have it. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Brown shot off iron, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Walker with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Kevin Knox. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Tatum. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Celtics have it. From the painted area, won't go down. To Dennis Smith Jr. Sets him up. Nice pass to set things up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Not that time. To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Shot by Brown off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Jaylen Brown. Stuffs it down with authority.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Smith with it up top. The score 12-8. Cruises inside for two.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. To Jaylen Brown. He wants it at the rim and scores.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Here comes the screen. The drive, right to the basket, down the lane to lay it in.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Jaylen Brown. Can't connect from inside. Knicks with the basketball. To Dennis Smith Jr. Going to launch beyond the arc. Working hard on the glass. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Jaylen Brown. And that's rebounded by Noel. In the front court comes Smith. Up by 6. To Payton. Oh, he's denied. Won't go down.
Well, the shots aren't falling, but that's okay. Let the defense keep opening up that door. Sooner or later, you're going to walk through.
That does it for the quarter. The Knicks have the lead. Good start to this one. After one quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Payton. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Rebound, Aaron Baines. to Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. He's denied. 24-second violation. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Into the front court, it's Walker. Down 6. Here comes the screen. Walker.
The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights coming up next.
Has a look. Almost, but no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Walker into the front court. Margins 8. Scores from the post. To Payton. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Now down 6. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Payton. Missed a short one there.
What happened
Game
is he
2-0 Denver Nuggets 109 San Antonio Spurs 119 final.
Contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Payton into the front court. Leads 4. Throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Game 2-0 Atlanta Hawks 116 Washington Wizards 1-0 final.
Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Walker. Off the assist.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Game 2-0 Indiana Pacers 1-0 Charlotte Hornets 1-0 final.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tatum's shot no good. New York in control of the basketball. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own.
Number 25, Austin Rivers.
Smith to Rivers. Smith. Noel shot, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact
Game
on that play
2-0
for
Los
the ref to blow
Angeles
the whistle.
Clippers 1-1-6 Orlando Magic 9-0 final.
To Kemba Walker. Short jumper off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Boston with the basketball. Walker. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Walker. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested. And he'll head to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Kevin Knox at the line. First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Celtics have it. Short jumper won't go down.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Curling inside. From the outside, no good. And he hits.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rivers with the basketball. Up 6. To Dennis Smith Jr. And he buries it.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Here comes the screen. Off the mark. Rivers into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Here comes the screen. Deep 2 there, won't go. Brown into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Game 2-0 New Orleans Pelicans 1-2-0 Philadelphia 76ers 9-9
Jason
final.
Tatum Trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. To Rivers. Here comes the screen. Gets it in the left corner. Austin Rivers. For three.
That's his first personal foul.
First one goes down. Second and three is good.
For Boston Celtics, number 37, Jimmy Ojala.
No good. Made the first two, missed the last.
Match up, match up, match up.
To Jaylen Brown. Down to 5 on the 24. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
To Kevin Knox. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Here comes the screen. And finishes strong.
And easy too, get back on defense.
The assist from number 27.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Kevin Knox. Probing the defense. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Kevin Knox. Able to convert inside.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. And draws the foul.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Jaylen Brown has got 2 shots coming. A career 65% free throw shooter. First one, counted. Two for 2 on that trip. Nothing going here on that drive. Jumper's good.
1 minute remaining in the
Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Screen coming. Surveys the floor. Tatum's shot misses.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
The follow won't go either. Tatum. Not easy.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Deep three at the buzzer. So a tight one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Knicks have themselves a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks. The Celtics have kept it close after one half. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
We're seeing unselfish basketball in this matchup, with each team turning good shots into great shots. These squads really know how to let it flow.
Player of the half.
Robinson did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Trying to cash in. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
To Cantor. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Possession lies with New York. Oh, nice find for the basket.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Nice pass to set things up. Oh, he had it. Brown with it up top. Up by 3. Walker. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Here comes the screen. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. So the Knicks keep possession. Shot from the lane won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 for 7.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Has a look. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
I got him. I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Walker to Cantor. And it's Cantor above the rim.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
To Kevin Knox. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Blocked away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Driving right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots, but the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Just not going down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. Runner here won't go down. Enes Kanter sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Up by 6. To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
No. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Curling inside. Jason Tatum rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Boston with the basketball. probing the defense. Tight space with the crossover to Jaylen Brown.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Smith now into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Match up. I got it.
Walker to Cantor. And it's Cantor. Consistent effort. He's at 50%. The possession lies with New York. Hayden. Sizing up the defense. Scores from the post.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Walker into the front court. Up 6. Here comes the screen. Kemba Walker, defended by Nerlens Noel. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Hayden with the basketball. Down 8. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen.
No, he can't guard you out there.
Has a chance. The shot, almost. Hayden into the front court. The deficit is 6. Hits. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
As a player, this doesn't always happen, but it's a beautiful thing when everybody is allowed to be on the same page. Scouting report is being executed. You're being efficient with your jump shooting. Your passes are crisp. You're listening to the coach on the sideline, and everything is working your way. You have to really appreciate these type of moments in the game of basketball.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Count the basket.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Hayden with the basketball. Now down 6. Cantor able to recover with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And the basket good at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Here comes the screen. From the outside, no good.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper off the mark. Walker with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kemba Walker at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play. And the lead is up to 9. Smith. To Rivers. And it's cleared by Thompson. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His guys down by 9. To Dennis Smith Jr. Kevin Knox. Screen coming. It's good.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Lead stands at 7. Here comes the screen. Jumper's good.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
Austin Rivers to Kevin Knox. Nothing going here on that drive. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Walker into the front court. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. To Cantor. Shot won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
The pass set it all up. He'll put it up. At the buzzer, 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up with the Celtics in front. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Celtics have it.
That's me. Got ball.
To Marcus Smart. And throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Runner's good there.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
New York Knicks basketball. Payton. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Across the timeline, it's Walker. It's an 11-point game. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Payton. Can't connect from in close. Walker with the basketball. His team on top by 13. And scores.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Walker. Here comes the screen. To Kemba Walker. Trying to cash in. The jumper's off the mark. Knicks with the basketball to Payton. Count it.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To Walker. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses. Another chance. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Subbing in for the Boston Celtics, number 4, Enes Kanter.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And breaks it up.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Kevin Knox powers it through.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Kemba Walker, guarded by Nerlens Noel. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Kevin Knox. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Walker to Marcus Smart. Boston with 4 to shoot. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Kevin Knox. Nothing going here on that drive. New York with 4 to shoot. Short jumper off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Nothing going here on that drive.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And a throwdown.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Walker. Message received. Well defended. And count the basket.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Celtics have it. To Cantor. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
You can register at our team website for more details.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 13, Henry Allison. Subbing in for the Boston Celtics.
From the painted area, won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
The drive, right to the basket. Knocked away. Was it coming down? Yes, it was. Goaltending. New York in control of the basketball. Probing the defense. Nice pass to set things up. Add 2 points to the board. is in for two.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Jaylen Brown. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here comes the screen. Can't connect.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Marcus Smart.
Come on, please. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Has a chance. Deep two there, won't go. To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Tatum. Now that's a contest. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Surveys the floor. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Can't connect. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Aaron Baines at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Possession lies with New York. To Dennis Smith Jr. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Walker. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Rises for the slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Up 5. Fine to shoot. The screen sets him up for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the New York Knicks, number 12.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Great look and vision. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Brown into the front court. His team on top by 8. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics emerged victorious after a tight finish. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics. The Knicks are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense, but still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Boston Celtics. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.